talk about the financial closing. We're talking about the decision, the commitment, and probably my favorite, the cigarette close. Very few people know what I mean when I say cigarette close, but if you ever saw those old movies, they couldn't show two people in beds or doing anything back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, but they'd show them in the bedroom, maybe on separate beds smoking. And that was a signal that maybe it was a nookie night on there. And then we do some post-close reinforcement. So we've got some good stuff here because CJ, isn't it all about closing, going to the bank? Why are we in business?
Make money every day.
Amen, brother. Amen. Make money every day. Let me show you guys a little something here. In my business, one of the things I don't talk about a lot, Hun, could you turn up the air conditioning, please? I'm in a sauna up here. Um, I just came in from a run. I run and swim every day, and whew, I think I ran a little too fast this morning. I'm sweltering here. I create notes out of any aspect of your business. A lot of us are in real estate or coaching or whatever business you're in. You can be the bank. And just to show you guys, here's one note for 300. These are notes 15th of the month. We run a lot of. Here's a simple one for 100. Here's another one for 450. Here's one for 500. Here's one for 1500. And I just grabbed a handful of these. I got a whole stack over there. I run notes every day. Most of my notes are run on the 1st, the 15th, and the 30th of every month for real estate, for coaching, for product sales. So when someone goes to you and they want to do business with you, one of my key takeaways in if money's a challenge is you take the money out. Say, hey, would you want to work with me? Would you want to do this real estate deal if money wasn't presently a challenge for you? And most people, almost 100% say, yeah, if it was free, sure, I'd do it. So I said, so now you have what is called a commitment. How important are commitments in a dialogue with people, conversations?
Very important.
They're huge. Okay, because you're getting people into the environment of saying yes, yes, yes. So you remove the money, you get a commitment, and then you fix the money. If it's your own business, we're all entrepreneurs, or today they like to call them solopreneurs. I'm a solopreneur. I work out of my home with my wife. I have no employees. I have subcontractors. I don't want employees. I've had employees. I've had an outside office. I don't want anything that takes away from the simplicity of a beautiful entrepreneurial business. Okay. Low overhead, high profit. Isn't that the key? So basically, you work out the financing with somebody. It's your business. You can do whatever you want. Talk about freedom, right? CJ, you finance, right? You do financing, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What are we having? Captain Crunch for breakfast there or what?
No, it's not Captain Crunch. It's actually, I don't know if you guys have a Myers grocery store, but they're in the Midwest. They have their own cereal, and it's like full of oats and
Granola.
raisins and cashews. It's like a granola, but it's their version. But it's really soft. It's not like super hard. I love it. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll eat I don't eat during the day. I drink liquids during the day.
Mhm.
I want to stay young and beautiful like you. I'll drink black coffee, no calories in black coffee, and it's absolutely delicious. Um, and I'll drink this overpriced fizzy water here, and I'll drink this stuff too. Don't like that it's in a plastic bottle, but what are you going to do? Uh, and it's good stuff. But so when you're talking to people, it's your business, you can finance it. You get something down, you do a contract, you arrange something per month, you arrange prepaid payments with Stripe or PayPal or a dedicated merchant account with your bank, whatever works for you. And if you have multiple clients because in your business, you can create multiple notes. Okay, because a lot of times when you're doing real estate or coaching or any other business, nobody has the giant lump sum that you're charging that you deserve. So finance it. And guess what happens when you have multiple streams of income coming in every day? Guess what happens at the end of the month when you do your accounting?
Turns into big numbers at the end of the month.
It's a monstrous number. It's more money. You can make more money in a month than most people make in 1, 2, or 3 years if you're smart enough to finance your coaching. Jamel, good morning. How you doing?
Hi, good morning, Claude. I'm
Good,
doing
good.
fantastic. How about yourself?
I got nothing to complain about, man. It's my biggest problem.
It's a
You
good
know,
problem to have, sir.
life is good. The cable bill is paid. We're having good conversations about entrepreneurism and freedom and making money. Today, we're going to talk about closing and stuff like that. Let's go to open forum. Uh, uh, Let me print Jamel, or how in California, J's are pronounced H's. So is it Jamel or Hamel?
I'm fine either way, but most
Okay,
people call me Jamel.
Jamel. Okay, I got to make everything difficult. It's in my DNA. I'm sorry. Introduce yourself here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. My name is Jamel Matias. I'm a certified mindset success coach, also a business consultant. So I work with individuals, entrepreneurs, business owners, basically achieve higher milestones, and earn more income and stuff like that. So, and a quote comes to mind that I always love. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So all about bringing that to fruition.
Didn't Napoleon Hill in his book, help me out. What's the name of his book again?
Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich. Thank you. You're a smart young man. Think if you want to take away from the whole book without reading it, he said three words. Thoughts are things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The thing is, how do you get those thoughts? That
Well,
mindset that you see, you triggered me with that word mindset. There's certain words that always trigger me. It's usually pizza, beer, or chocolate. Okay, Haagen-Dazs, things like that. But the mindset, I'm against guru bullshit. Okay, repeating, chanting your mantra. I'm good looking. I'm thin. I'm successful. I'm endowed with a wonderful spirit. But in reality, you have none of those things. But I don't believe in chanting. What do they call those things?
affirmations.
The affirmations. Thank you. I'm lost for words today. It never happens. So, what do you think about phony affirmations? You can disagree with anything I say.
Well, with affirmations, you can say it and not believe it, right? And
What
it's
if it's not
funny.
true?
Well, true is unique to the individual, right? So there's truth on a conscious level and there's truth on a subconscious level. And not a lot of people understand the difference between the two, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm a big believer. I studied hypnotherapy. Okay. And I teach sales. And a lot of sales is getting the picture into the mind and letting it stay there in the subconscious, you know. And, I always tell people I am the easiest person in the world to sell. You tell me about something, usually it's food. Okay. That's why I've got to run 10 miles a day, CJ. Okay. You tell me about something and you describe it in such a way and you make it sound so enticing. I'm having that for dinner tonight. Okay. That's how easy I am to sell. You can tell me about a car and how good I'll look in that car, and how I'll increase my sales because people will admire me in that beautiful car. I'll probably buy the car. Don't tell me about the engine and the horsepower. It means nothing to me. Mindset is we talk about persuasion uh, all the time because I'm a sales trainer. And how do you get, how important is, how do you get people into the right mindset?
Um, I do a lot of, well, first it's kind of building in the beginning, especially with people you don't know, right? But I do a lot of work before even talking to anyone. So I prepare myself consciously and subconsciously. Uh,
Okay.
so that's the pre-work, and it's not work to me. It's fun. You kind of have to switch your perception on it, right? And then there's the initial introduction,
Okay.
where
We have,
basically icebreaker stuff like that.
okay. We have different styles. I believe you can close somebody in the first phone call, or at least get a commitment or get out in one phone call. And that's kind of and I'm not what you call a high pressure guy, but I guess I really am. Jay, you got to jump in on this, man. Jay, say hello to Jamel. We were talking about mindset of persuasion and influence.
Yeah, hey Jamal, how are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to meet you, Jay.
Should
How
we
are
be should we be nice like Jamel? Jamel's a nice guy. You can tell right away. He's got a nice shirt on and a tie. He speaks eloquently, and he's a nice, patient guy. And then there's me. Who's right?
Well, the thing about being a nice guy is there's a lot of there's a lot of future hope that we're going to close a deal with that client. And a lot of times people use, you teach about the games that people play. There's always people always use a game in order to get us out of a conversation. This all sounds really good, but I'm just gonna have to really think about it. I'm gonna have to light a candle. I'm gonna have to do a prayer. So you see that in at first you might think, yeah, I got that person, I got it done. And then what happens? You send the DocuSign. If you don't get a confirmation, you just send over the DocuSign and the paperwork. And then I know for me, I hate seeing the word viewed on a DocuSign, and then I text them back, I call them back, and then they're gone.
And whose fault is it?
It's your fault. It's
Why?
because you didn't get that commitment, that character. What you want to know is
But
that
if you're a
person.
nice guy, Jay, you're a nice guy. You don't want to be too pushy. Let's role play this. You want to document. We've had a great kumbaya conversation. I want to buy your silver widget, okay? And I've made a commitment, and you need a contract first, and you need a contract. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna be wishy-washy a little bit.
yeah. Hey, Claude, I'm glad that we can agree on this gizmo here, but I just want to make sure, Claude, can I be honest with you?
Yeah, sure.
Only been talking for 27 minutes, brother, and I just want to know I've made a decision. I feel good about this, but I just want to make sure the feeling is mutual, man. How
Oh
do you
yeah, you're fantastic, man. I can't wait to tell my wife and five three-legged chihuahuas all about you, man. Um, where does that come from? Three-legged chihuahua. Listen, this is great, man. I can't wait for us to get started. Send me your stuff and look it over, and I'm sure we're gonna hit the ground running pretty soon.
Awesome. So, Claude, can I be honest with you, sir? I feel something weird, a pit in my stomach. Sometimes when somebody tells me maybe, possibly, supposedly,
Pretty soon.
pretty soon, I think we'll do business, it just means no, Claude. Why do I feel that
Oh
way?
no, 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 no! We just met and we just met. I can't rush into these things. You know what I mean? I definitely want to do this, and I'm sure we're going to get together. I'm sure we're going to make this happen.
Claude, to be honest, in the beginning of the conversation, we both agreed to be a yes or a no. It sounds like a maybe, and most of the time it means no. It's over?
I mean, you need a yes right now.
Yes.
Uh,
Or I would rather have a no.
well, I'd like to. Wow, I can't. I don't know if I can move that. I really want to do this, man. I just never move this fast. Usually when I'm a
So,
little uncomfortable.
well, Claude, when someone tells me, they feel like they're moving too fast, it means I might have missed value. I might have missed some information. Is there something? Is it the money?
Well,
Yeah.
if yeah, it is. I mean,
Money set aside, Claude. Let's fix that. Money set aside. Let's say it was
look what
free.
he's doing. This is brilliant. You're getting an A plus for the day. You're
Money
getting
set aside,
fireworks,
Claude.
man.
How do you feel about this? Don't even worry about the money right now.
I I I love this. I would
Oh,
do this in a
so it
second.
really is the money, Claude. Thank you for saying that, Claude. You know what? I'm gonna fix that right now. Can I make you a counter?
Yeah, sure.
I can't
No,
change
you're
the
worth every penny, man. We just paid our taxes. We just had a vet bill. My grandmother needed new wagon wheels.
I've been in that same exact shoes, Claude, but this is an opportunity that I feel like we can be able to maximize it. Tell you what, Claude, like I said, I'm as busy as it is. I got a call in about 3 minutes. You can tell me now, or we can just say goodbye. But if it's just the money, can we fix that right now? Suppose we can be able to. Hmm, wow, I don't typically do this, Claude, but
He's taking this down the long road today. I'm saying, but it's good. This is good
suppose we'd
stuff.
be able to maybe do a down payment today, and then we can spread it across maybe two or three extra payments and make
Oh,
it.
yeah. What's the least I could put down?
Well, help me out, Claude. I just want to make sure it's reasonable. Can I tell you what other people have done in the past? I've done this before.
I like that move. That was a good move. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll tell you right now. I got a MasterCard. I can give you 5,000 right now, but that's the most I could give you.
okay. So, Claude, what is the number on that card, sir?
And what about the monthly payments and all that? I mean, you're charging $25,000 for that widget.
Yeah, I am. I
I
am.
mean,
A
I
lot of money.
can't. I don't have 20. Can we spread out the other 20?
Or let's work that out. So 5,000 down today on that MasterCard, and then suppose we can do maybe monthly payments for the next 6 months, so we can be able to spread it across six different
I
payments.
can't do. It's too much, man. I can't. Can we spread it out a year?
So you're saying if we can do the year 5,000 down, where do we go from here, sir?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, if we could spread it out over a year, you got a deal.
You have a deal, sir. Reasonable. Thank you.
Boom,
What is
boom,
the card
boom.
number, sir?
All right, give him a round of applause. Give him some confetti at least. Yeah,
Good work, Jay. Jay, that was really good, man.
that was
That was really
excellent.
good. Yeah.
That's A plus
I
work,
get that
man.
crap a lot. That's why.
Yeah.
What did he do? What's your guy? Let me hear. What was your guys? And you chicken shits who won't turn on your video. Come on here and participate. I can't make you rich if you don't have the stones to turn on your video. And don't tell me you're in the bathroom or something like that.
So can I jump in real quick, say something
Sure.
too? That is one of my biggest pet peeves. And as someone who's been doing this for over 30 years with real estate and the coaching, the thing that I despise is when people come into a business meeting and don't give me the decency or the respect to at least show up. I know it's Zoom, I know it's not face to face, but if you're saying that you want a certain level of success, to me, show up then. Show up, show your face, and every now and then, yeah, maybe you're driving or whatever, but not
It could
consistently
be a
showing up.
wardrobe malfunction. You could be in the
Yeah.
bathroom, right? We don't want to see that.
But we know that Mondays at 12 is the time. So we shouldn't be in the bathroom, right? So it's just something that's a big pet peeve to me. I don't know how you feel about that, Jay, or how you
Oh,
feel about that, Jamel, but come on, guys, we got to show up. So
yeah.
we're professionals, we're doing stuff. If we want it, if you're looking for $1 million client to come to you and you guys are meeting on Zoom, would you do this? No. You'd
Well,
be there face to face.
what's the psychological move I just did?
Well,
Okay, what did I do? It's a little dangerous. Like it's called guts for a reason, right?
put some pressure on people. Yeah.
Ask the famous Brent Bowers if you know he knows all about that. Sometimes you've got to maybe challenge your audience.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just did it last week with Mark. Yeah.
Yeah. So you say, hey, you guys, I can't make you rich if you don't have the character to turn on your video. What's the whole point of this thing? Show me your handsome face. Come on, challenge them. Okay, maybe even a little bit, a little bit, almost a little insulting there. But the thing is, are we dealing with a lot of? We're all coaches here, besides investors and things like that. I have a big variety. Do we deal with people who are introverts?
Hmm.
Yep.
Jamel, this is right up your alley, isn't it?
Yeah,
How do you
all the
deal
time.
how do you deal with somebody who wants to make a lot of money but is scared to interact? Dave Skolnick has no problem with that.
Yeah, actually, I love that challenge because I see them change on the call. I don't even do sales presentation calls if their camera's off. So I say, hey, please turn your camera on if you can, because I definitely want to connect with you.
Oh
This
yeah.
way,
I
I'm best able to help you. So I
can
say something like that. Whatever comes to mind through intuition in the moment. So introverts, I, I, everyone's different, so you kind of have to feel them out and say certain things that kind of loosen them up a little bit. And the more they get talking, the more comfortable they become.
Let me say something to trigger you guys, and please disagree with me if you don't have to agree with every crazy thing Uncle Claude says here. But I think it's very, very difficult to be financially successful if you're an introvert in the sales business, in some kind of sales business, communication
I,
business.
I,
I'm gonna
um,
Disagree.
disagree with that. I'm
Come on, bring it
disagreeing.
on. I can take
I
it.
am
I'm gonna
disagreeing.
disagree.
Yeah, you know
Go
why?
ahead, go ahead.
Because introverts actually use the two things that they got here and not too much of this. So I'm gonna say that introverts tend to ask the right questions. However, introverts also tend to be kind of really hard to ask for the call to action. So the call to action combined with the asking the question. So I'm gonna veto
Well, I
that.
just thought all y'all introverts talk all at once, so that I think he just tricked you all.
I have one.
Um,
Go ahead, CJ.
so I have to disagree with you, Claude. And here's the reason why.
Good.
Because before all of this social media stuff, I actually did all direct mail. And even I'm not an introvert, but if a person is an introvert, they can go buy a list from wherever, find people who are interested in what they are. And if you can write, I'm a copywriter also. So if you can write some great copy and convey your message to solve their problem, you can make a lot of money without ever talking to people with direct mail. And back in the days, we did it in the magazines, Success Magazine, Small Business Opportunities, all of those. So that's why I would have to go against that because you never have to even look at a person with direct mail.
There are definitely alternatives to marketing. I agree with that completely. However, I should have been a little bit more specific. If we're talking about coaching or an information business, a direct coaching, mentoring, consulting business, where you do have to sell yourself and get commitment and one-on-one, for a very high, well, let's qualify for high ticket coaching or real estate even. Okay. Can you don't you need a little bit of personality injected in there to differentiate yourself from the competition?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But to get it started or just to make a regular sale with information, that's one thing. Bigger high ticket items, yeah, you can get them to raise your hand with direct mail and everything, but eventually you do have to get to conversation or one-on-one or Zoom. Yeah.
Anybody here ever go on a blind date with a person who didn't talk and you had
It's
those?
hard to it's
Go
hard to not
ahead.
talk around. It's hard to not talk with me. I'm gonna
Okay.
make you talk.
Oh, you're like me. You could talk to peeling wallpaper for 15 minutes, okay? You know.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, did you ever have a situation where the other person was answering in monosyllabic answers? Yes, no, uh-huh, and everything. How uncomfortable is that?
Very.
I love it. Woo.
Oh, wait, we have Jessica
Hey, I'm
live.
all the way. I'm in Belgrade, Serbia right now,
Wow.
having some delicious pizza for $2.50 and
Look at that. Oh, you got the
taking
trolley
in the
right
city.
outside your house there.
What's that?
It looked like the bus or the red
Yeah, it's
trolley,
a
like here.
trolley right here. I'm in
We
New
have one of
Belgrade
those
right
in San
now.
Diego.
Really cool.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah,
We have a
yeah.
very international audience here today.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
All
How's it
right.
So,
going, Jess?
going good. Going good. Yeah. No, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
be in
J-
touch.
Go ahead, Jay.
I had the exact same role play. I told you I had a speaking engagement and live in front of 25 people. I did the exact same thing and I took $5,000 from that one guy as a down payment.
It's okay. What nice going. Nice go.
Yeah, congrats,
How
Jay.
did that make
Congrats.
you? Let's go real deep here. Jamel, how do you think he felt when he made that $5,000 because he had the guts to ask for it? How do you think he felt?
Yes.
Empowered, fulfilled, amazing,
Mhm.
strong, confident.
Now, now, Jay, was this the guy that you were just given the example of the role play that paid you?
Yeah.
Congrats. Congrats.
What's the one thing you did with this guy that maybe 5 years ago you didn't do?
I
What's the
gave
takeaway
options.
here?
I gave options. So he couldn't afford 15,000 or 18,000 a year for a one-on-one. But I told him, hey, so suppose for a moment we can possibly split this in payments. So he gave me 5 down, and then we split it across 8 months.
And if you didn't say that, would you have that 5,000 in your account right now?
I would not.
Go ahead, Brent. Turn on your video. Or
That's what I was gonna ask. I'm glad that Jay brought that up because I feel like my sales really went down because I was giving the lower option up front I did that $99 a week thing. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore in the front end because I feel like Jay just collected 5K. Like that whole week, everyone I brought in, I might have brought in 5K total. I would love to hear your thoughts on that because I like what Jay's doing. Is it better to start out with the hire, like almost punch him in the gut?
Sticker shock right up front.
Because I
It,
just,
my mentor used to say that you are charging exactly what you feel you deserve. Okay, so in the beginning, you were charging $99 because you're just getting started. You're a little insecure. I don't know. You got to sow a few oats here. And you've done deals. All you guys, I know you guys, you have done deals where you've helped people to make huge amounts of money. Okay, when you help somebody
dude,
make 50,000, 100,000, $1 million, are you entitled to be compensated for your time, knowledge, energy, and experiences of life?
absolutely. I told someone just the other day, listen, I don't coach for free. You want a free attorney if you're on death row? What do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think I'm worth if I start coaching
Yeah.
for free?
Do you want the heart surgeon who just came out of medical school, right? I
No,
mean,
I will sell everything I got if I'm getting heart surgery or I'm on death row. So it's like, why do you want me to give you free information? Go on my YouTube channel if you want free stuff.
nobody nobody wants the cheapest doctor if they're having surgery or something. Nobody wants the cheapest lawyer. Okay, we want the best. We want certain quality when it affects us personally. We want people who can take us out of pain or give us enjoyment or solve problems or show us how to be richly rewarded. It's, I think, the one word, value. So if you're giving value, and there's nothing wrong with like Grant Cardone and some of the monster gurus we talk about, they charge lower prices if you notice because they have tremendous volume.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
with volume comes a hell of a lot of overhead and problems.
But try and work with one of them one on one. It's a million. Like Tony Robbins, I don't even think you can pay him anymore to work with him one on
He
one.
doesn't want it. He doesn't need it.
He owns your company. Like you come in as he comes in as an owner. So that's what I kind of have a epiphany in the last month is, you know, get rid of that cheap stuff unless they just can't afford the one-on-one. So I've come up with a tier one, a tier two, and a tier three VIP. The tier
Well, you
three.
should listen to this recording later on.
Okay.
Jay did a wonderful that exact problem in the role play we did, where the guy
Okay.
couldn't afford the 25,000, but he negotiated in the role play 5,000 down and 2,000 a month or something like that. You can always move. You can move the. It's like Lucy taking away the football from Charlie Brown. You can always change things a little bit. You can move the goalposts while the guy's running for a touchdown
How
sometimes.
do I find that recording?
I'll send it to you later. But bottom line, and we're going to talk about that leads me into my closing thing here. Let me let CJ ask his question, then I'll go into the closing and I'll explain exactly what you just asked.
Um, thanks. No, I guess my question was to Brent, and I was just wondering, um, like, you know what? I forgot what
It'll come back to you. That don't you hate when that happens? Do you ever walk into a room you were intent on doing it, and you what
Yeah,
did I walk in here for? Don't you
right,
hate
right, yeah. Um,
that?
oh,
Dave,
maybe I can't
Especially
remember that one,
when you're
but
naked. That's really weird.
something else just popped up in my head because all of us are salespeople, I believe, and coaches. One of the things that has helped me the best is instead of wasting time on people who don't have the money, I still buy databases, right? And on my databases, it tells me how much money they make, what their credit score is. I know what credit cards they have. And I know that they're interested in real estate. So, Brent, you and I are both in real estate too. So, like these lists, they really help because those people have already raised their hand and they've already said that they want some type of training or whatever. And then when I use the uh the sales techniques that we learned in the guts with Claude, like, hey, I got your number. My secretary or my assistant just gave me your number. I'm not sure really what it is that you see me on Brent's podcast or, what was it that you were, just kind of refresh my memory. And it works, and I'm picking up clients because of that as well. So when I talk, when you think about, I used to be concerned about people at the bottom because I come from the bottom, and I say I want to help people who who didn't have the rich uncle or the silver spoon in their mouth. But that drained me, guys. It really, really drained me, because those are the people that want the most amount of help, the most something for nothing all the time, over and over, and it just drained me,
They ask
right?
for refunds
Yeah, they
when
ask
they
for the
need a
refund.
hundred
So
bucks.
I believe in that whole invert process, like um what's his name with Tesla,
Oh, Elon.
Elon Musk talks about, uh, going after the people with the most amount of money first, right? And then making sure that you're taken care of, you and your family, bills are taken care of. And then later on, if you want to go back to helping the people at the bottom, then you can do that. But you're taken care of first. Your family is taken care of, and you're not now stressing out because you're only dealing with the people at the bottom who want everything for nothing. You know?
You charge exactly what you feel you are worth. And you, Brent, you've been in business long enough to know what you're worth and the value. You have enough success stories. You have enough testimonials. You have enough students. You've been in this business a while. So you know that you give value. The thing about it is, can we shorten the learning curve? Can we share with people not only our bragging, our successes, okay, which everybody does, and some people exaggerate, but can we also share our failures? So we can go to people, can we say, my job is to shorten so it doesn't take you 10, 15, 20 years to get where I got to. If we could do that in a much shorter time frame, is that of value to you? Okay. And that you have to have that mindset. I wish Jamal was back on, because that mindset is you've got to have the confidence to be able to say to people, hey, this is what I charge. It's a lot of money, I know, but this is why people pay me. Okay. So do you want to jump from guru to guru, program to program, and things, or do you want results in the short term? And this is where a little theater comes in. You've got to speak with not empathy, emphasis.
I definitely got to start charging more because, I don't know why that mindset thing with me goes because I've charged people 40K before, and, we're back to giving so much for 10K again. And I get it in my head, oh no, like everyone's got a course. Joe McCall's only charging this, but
He's not your competitor, though.
he is not. He
Yeah,
really, I
he's got
love
a
Joe.
different he's got a different business model. He's scaling it. He wants volume. Okay. And for my personality, maybe you guys identify with this. I want to keep my business simple. I'd rather work with a few people at
Yeah.
a premium amount and have a great relationship one-on-one with people,
Yep.
then have a cast of thousands, have need employees, have problems that you have. When you have too many people, you know you're going to get malcontents, you know you're going to have collection issues and things like that. You can make more money with a few people at a premium price at low overhead than you can running a machine. And this is subjective, guys. I mean, there's God bless Joe McCall and Grant
Yeah.
Cardone and all these guys who want to do a high volume business. I'd rather have a life and freedom. Another quote from my mentor that I remember. He said, "Money is never an objection to doing business if the need is great enough." Okay. If there was a need to save your life or to keep you out of jail, like CJ said earlier, you'd find the money, wouldn't you? Or you'd be motivated at least to find it. Okay, you'd borrow it or something, or you'd do something. So it's our responsibility when we speak to people to let them know the value that we bring to the table. We need to ask, and this goes to the closing topic of the day. We need to find 3 to 6 needs and greeds. When I say needs and greeds, what's the pain we remove? Needs are, what's the greed? They want to make more money. They want to streamline their business. They want a more time for the family while they're running the business. Or is there a pain in their business? They're not closing. They're uncomfortable in sales. Can we find out through conversation with them, good conversation? what these emotional triggers are in their life, and can we offer solutions? Do you think money's going to be an objection to somebody if we can show them how to do what we're doing?
I think
Okay.
back to when I was paying for all this coaching and I didn't have the money for it. I dadgum sure found it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, one time it was 25K. I had to pay it all at once.
I was a
And
serf. Okay, I fetched coffee and bagels, picked up dry cleaning, to be around greatness. Okay, I wanted to. I not only I didn't want to get the book and the seminar. I wanted to be in the room and listen.
I
Brad,
wanted I
that,
wanted
that
to sit at the table. Sorry, Jake, go ahead.
that hit me hard because I sold everything that I like a lot of stuff in my garage. I have a bunch of guns. I sold guns to like mastermind groups, and people are complaining about I don't know, a $500 like mastermind day or $1,000 mastermind day. And we tend to forget we were the ones hustling and bustling, try to sell off everything, selling off pretty much a kidney, try to get into the room. But these other people, we have to hold them accountable because here's the thing: the people that tend to be the biggest pain in the butts are the ones that pay the least. And I've
Yeah.
noticed I have
Oh,
people pay me a
right.
lot of money. They check in once every 3 months just to say
Yeah,
hello
yeah, yeah.
and pretty much just to pretty
Who,
much brush off ideas versus the
can I ask you a tough question? This is a learning moment. You triggered me. Whose fault is it when you get a malcontent who comes once a month and complains? Whose fault is it?
it's my fault.
Hours. Yeah.
Well, it may not be your fault. They have a personality defect. How do you fix it? Let's rephrase that.
Fire them.
No, you give them homework.
Oh,
You give them assignments. I have in my contract and my first meeting with people, I tell them if you want to I'll guarantee your success. I will guarantee it if you use my system and speak to 5 people a day and document it.
I love that because I do something kind of similar, and I didn't know you had that guarantee like that.
Sure.
Because I say, listen, I can't guarantee. Well, so I say you'll do a deal in 90 days. I can't guarantee you how much you'll make, but here's what I will guarantee you: if you don't get paid on a deal in 90 days, a land deal, then you and I need to talk weekly. You know how many people take me up on that? One so far out of 700
Okay.
students.
But at
And you know
least,
how long he
but
did
no
it?
one can come back and complain if you offer, I'm accountable, I'm available, I'll do extra work with you, but you have to do one or two simple things. Have you done them? Can you show me that you've done them? Accountability. I mean, you're supposed to, this is where it gets a little, you're going to get, you're going to get people who they're malcontents. You can't make them happy no matter what you do. So you hold them accountable and you say, hey, listen, this is what I told you to do. This is what I do. This is what my successful students do. Have you done this? And
I'll
and
tell you
then
what,
then you know,
when my sales drop, whether it be on land deals or people coming into the land sharks, I guarantee you, sometimes it's hard to get those 5 offers a day or
it's
five.
it's hard. Of course it's hard.
You bet you they compound on themselves because it's not all in one week. It's like 5 closings on a Friday afternoon. It's nuts how that works. It's the same thing with land deals.
Yeah. There's a difference between doers and hopers and wishers and everything. Okay, there's a thing that a star does. It becomes a supernova. It flames up really hot and then it implodes. Okay, the thing about it is you're getting someone with a lot of motivation, enthusiasm. They've spent money and made a commitment. Now you've got to give them some tools and some accountability in the short term. Okay. And then I'll tell you what, and you almost, and I do a thing called a gauntlet. You guys know that. I've gone to a lot of you and I said, I don't care how much you make. I don't care what, I want to see a success in that first 30 days. I just did it to CJ and Jay Mora, and I did it to all you guys. And what happened? You guys succeeded, right?
Got a timer, man. I got a
You
timer.
got your timer. You got your little timer.
You
The
only
thing
gave
about
me
it
20,
is,
you gave me 24 hours though. What are you getting soft on all these guys or what?
Yeah,
here's the
I did 4 coaching students in 24 hours. Ask, and I sent them the contracts.
And what was the difference before that challenge and after? What was the difference? What changed in you?
I
What
found
did
a
I
different.
say or do, or what did you do that was different from previous, you know,
I I
behavior?
I
I
stopped
made
giving people excuses. I started letting just opening them up. Hey, look, it's either a yes or a no.
Yeah.
It's
I'll show
conversation.
that friggin' Claude Diamond. Who the hell does he think he is? I'll show his. Yeah.
you
Boom.
know what I find, guys? I find that when I'm not doing the things that I expect my proteges to do, that they don't do it either. It's something mystical and magical about when you hold yourself accountable and you're doing the same things, how we magnetically start to attract the very same people that we want. But if we're not willing to do it when we're coming to coaching and Claude is telling us to do things and challenge us, well, I just can't, there's something mystical and magical. Would you say, thought about that when, like, how could you expect to do something that someone to do something that you're not doing yourself? And once I still fall into that. I still fall into that. I won't do it for days thinking I'll just come in the ninth inning and hit a grand slam. And it doesn't always work like that. But if we just take the time to do those, the power of five and do those things, we'll see that that we're going to get success from it, but we're going to start attracting the people that we want because we're doing it ourselves. I don't want to be spiritual or mystical, but that's what I discovered.
No,
It's called the law of heightened awareness.
Yeah.
Anything you intensely focus on will manifest itself in the universe. This is the book, The Secret, Napoleon Hill. You focus, it's like falling in love. Okay. You go out on that first date with this beautiful woman. Okay. And who do you think about? And you had a great date, a great time. Who do you think about the next day? That person, right? It's that focus. And can we create, are we responsible for creating that intense focus on our students so that they have the success they're paying us their hard-earned money for?
Yeah.
You got to believe you can't just throw them a lot of stuff and give them a lot of you're just going to go out there and crush it, and you can give them that motivation. We talked about this earlier in the beginning about chanting your mantras. What's that other word for it? Where you hang up those little notes to motivate yourself. What are they called again? Uh,
sticky notes? No.
yeah, the sticky notes. But what is it you write on there? The
Affirmations.
affirmations. I can't remember that word today. I got to write it down. Do you think affirmations are enough? Rah rah affirmations.
No.
No.
No, they're not. But what do most motivational speakers do? Affirmations. You got to go out there, walk into the sunshine. No, you got to have some knowledge and you got to get off your tuchus.
And I think a lot of movement too. I think that's one of your tricks, Claude. You're always working out, you're always swimming, you're always hiking and jogging and da 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 and skiing. Like I think our states are very like I'll tell you what, about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm learning to quit. I'm learning I have a
How
like
much
that
money do you need to be happy?
not much.
Yeah.
But one of the things I do, my last call, usually at the end of the day, I call it a decompression. But I'm like kind of like low energy some days. I'm like, I don't want to make this call. So I'll literally do it walking around my neighborhood, sun's in my eyes. I break a little sweat and it's like everything changes. I'm back alive. I'm fired up again. I usually don't do my sales calls at that time of the day because I'm less fired up. It's more of a coaching call. But it's crazy what getting out and changing your state. I miss Colorado, like being able to be out there and do that. Florida sucks. It's hot.
It's hard. It's hard to get up early in the morning and exercise in July in Fort Lauderdale, right? And I know. Hey, you guys, I love talking to you guys. I am so motivated. There's great feedback today. Great discussion. Thank you. I want to go over this real quick. It's a little sheet I made up. I've role played some of this with you guys. I need to add something to the sheet. You always need 3 to 6 needs and greeds. You get that by setting your agenda, asking your questions with the redirection and things we've talked about, reverse psychology, getting them, turning the prospect into the salesperson. And you need at least three reasons, emotional reasons, hopefully, for them to want to purchase to do business with you, that your product or service solves. So the first thing you want to go when you get to that happy place, when you know they have a need, a pain or a need or a greed, you have to go to them assertively, use your authority. They want your expertise, not to bully them, but they want your expertise, your confidence. And you have to say, Mr. What do we say? Jay, you know what I'm going to say next. Go ahead.
Sorry, you lost me there the last second.
I, I have made a,
I made a decision.
yeah. Have you ever heard a salesperson say that to the prospect? I've made a decision, not you. I'm not waiting for you to decide. I have decided. What does that show?
Authority.
Yeah. I'm going to take control of this. Not bully, not intimidate, but this is your problem. This is what you need. I have made a decision. And God bless you if you say no to me. It's okay. I'm just going to make this offer right now. And if we do business, wonderful. If not, don't worry about it. So you're showing your authority. Number two, you're showing your authority and your expertise. They're coming to you for some reason. Can you give them a resolution, a satisfaction? Okay. And then you ask them, this is something else unique to the gut sales method. We're always asking permission. Okay. Why do I say things like, hey, Mr. Mora, can I have your permission to make you an offer? It's okay to say no to me.
Sure, absolutely.
Are you sure? Okay. And if we can do business, wonderful. If not, you can fire me. Don't worry. We're still friends. I'll send you a gift anyway. Don't worry.
You know what I've been saying as well, and people have been like, "Whoa," they've been taken aback. I also asked them permission to fire them.
Let me hear. What does that sound like? I'll be the prospect. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, hey, Claude, at the end of this conversation, if it makes sense, are you comfortable telling me yes or telling me to get lost?
I wouldn't tell you I like you, man. I wouldn't tell you to get lost.
Want to make sure we can just do business. You sound like a straight shooter.
Oh,
I'm the same.
thank you.
I feel like we're cut from the same cloth.
He's stroking me. Did you guys hear? I left that out. Is stroking and nurturing important during the course of a conversation? It's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
How many salespeople do not uh, stimulate, finesse the conversation with a little bit of a compliment or sincerity to the prospect? How important is it to make them feel good about you?
Very,
It's
very important. Very important.
it's
It's
huge.
everything. It's
Even
everything.
if you don't have the best product or service, or your pricing is not in line or something like that, how important is it to, will if they like you, trust you, and see the value you bring, will they overcome all those objections to work with you in particular?
Yeah.
You better. How much does personality play into this? It's
It's
huge.
huge. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
huge on that. Thank you for sharing that, Jay, by the way. I
Hey,
like
hey,
that.
real quick, Jay, can I just ask you what are you what niche are you in, Jay? I never really knew what niche you were in.
I thought it was like land investing. You know what? I have a ton of people. Like I train a ton of people to sell more HVAC equipment, plumbing sales. That's what I come from. I'm in the construction field, but I teach people how to, increase the national average of a 17% HVAC close, plumbing close to about 35 to 40%. But yeah, real estate is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm looking to get more into development. So I'm buying land, holding it, and then seller financing it to builders and JVing with the builder.
Awesome.
Good.
And Brent, I know you're with your land sharks. I'm actually looking to purchase um huge parcels of land myself. I want to do some development also, so maybe we can have that conversation. Let me know what you come across. Yeah.
Guys, I'm doing a great call tomorrow. I don't want to take Claude's call, but I'll send you both the link if you just text me. I'll send you a link to it.
Okay.
Put it in the chat thing if you
Oh
want.
yeah, I'll drop the link in the chat. That's
Just drop it in the chat. I'll show up. I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
So we asked for permission to close, which is something you're Yeah, I've never heard. I'm still waiting for a salesperson to say, Mr. Diamond, I'm here to help you solve your problem. If we can do business, wonderful. That's how I take care of my family and responsibilities. But if you want to say no, God bless you. That's okay. I'm just here. Just say it now. Could you do me that small favor? That's called reciprocity also. Now, why do I do that move? Nobody does that move. Why do I do it? What's the lot? Is there logic or am I just crazy?
To drop the walls, let people open up more. When people feel like there's an out, they're more willing to express their actual needs and greeds to you. And I've noticed that when I tell people, don't even worry, man, I'm as busy as it is. I got to call in 7 minutes anyways. Don't even worry about it.
What are you showing when you have the guts to say something like that? What are you showing?
Yeah, we have the authority in the space,
You have confidence.
confidence as well.
You have confidence. They never, what are they really paying for? When you get down to the essence, when we shrink this all really down, what do they really want from you?
They want your confidence too, right? They want your success. They want uh, the money, but they want that what you have that uh what they call it machismo, the
Yeah,
kahunas. They want
yeah.
to be able to do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. They want that. We're in a society where we get too much information. We're overwhelmed. We have doubts. Not people don't always say thank you to us or encourage us. Okay. That's our job to do all these things. They call it a coach for a reason. Okay. You're a coach because you're there to get the most, to show people how to feel their best and do their best. Okay, you can't just tell them to walk on hot coals. Okay, that's where, enchant their affirmations. That's where I kind of disagree with a lot of that motivation garbage out there. Let's talk about you use your authority and your social proof. It's okay to say no. Ask me tough questions. I expect it. Then this is the most important takeaway because the time is going too fast. You've got to use the $1 million word. Let's all say it together. One, two, three.
Imagine.
Imagine. Okay. The word imagine is your $1 million word. You should be saying that 5, 10, 20 times. Hey, imagine we decided to do business. Imagine you and I negotiated a deal today. Imagine you and I were working together the next 30 days and you started closing more, having more leads, having more comfortable conversations, accumulating land, selling land, whatever it is. You paint a picture with the word imagine and you take it to the next level, which we'll talk about in another Monday. You take it to Gut 6.0. 6.0 is where you incorporate the five senses: sight, smell, touch, hearing, and all that. And you make it just like selling a steak. I've done that role play with all you guys. Okay. And you put that word imagine in, you're in nirvana. You're in close territory with
But
them.
is this
Go ahead.
sheet inside of like the material that we have already? Is this something new that you
This
made?
is brand new. This is brand. You don't
Oh,
want this, do you?
absolutely.
Oh, you do.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. See, you know what I'm doing.
Yes, I know what you're doing.
I practice what I preach.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely. I'll get this
Yeah.
to I'll email this later today to
Okay.
all of you. Reverse psychology and redirection. You guys know I've driven you nuts with this stuff. You hear me say a lot of times, even if there was a way we could solve your problem and make your business grow, that's not something you're ready. That's not something you would commit on today, is it? If you found a solution that was within your budget and timely, would you want to buy this car, this land, do this deal today? You wouldn't want to do that, would you? We go negative. Things in motion, stay in motion. Those little click clack balls, okay? Sir Isaac Newton, apple dropped on his head. Things in motion. I think it was Isaac Newton. Correct me if I'm wrong. Things in motion, stay in motion. We've got to keep it going, but also keep them involved in the conversation. Okay, so we ask questions blended with stroking, nurturing, empathy, and we do that positive or negative redirection. We don't have time to touch. That's a whole seminar in itself, right there. Okay, that's one of the most powerful techniques I utilize. And the beautiful thing is it's stealth. Nobody ever sees it unless I taught it to them or they read my book. Most people don't know what I'm doing while I do it. Okay, it's a natural response to do, and it works. You can do it in a positive also. Finance close. Jay did a perfect example. It's in the recording earlier from today. Watch that close. Jay did it perfect. A plus for Jay Mora today. Finance close. Decision. You want to get. Let's make a simple decision today. I'll send you the agreement. Could you do me? And then use a little reciprocity. Okay. Hey, Brent, could you do me a personal favor? If I send you that agreement today, could you do me a favor and get it back to me? A small favor. Is that all right? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Could you get it back to me by 4:30? Because I'm taking a plane trip tomorrow. I'd love to work on the plane for your benefit and outline some a business plan or something. So if you could get it back to me today at 4:30 or earlier, I consider that a personal favor. Could you do that for me, buddy?
You got it.
You're great, man. Thank you. Boom. Was that hard? What happens when we go on the honeymoon with people? You guys know what I mean by the honeymoon. What happens? We're having this great conversation with a prospect. They like us, we like them. We worked out the money and everything is groovy. And what do salespeople do at the worst possible moment? They get out of the call. They leave prematurely. They have not you gotta,
You gotta kiss the girl.
you gotta kiss the girl. Go for it. She may slug you. Her father may come out in his moose pajamas with a shotgun, or she may kiss you back. Right, Claudia? I gotta say, my wife's listening, so I gotta be very careful when I say these things. Okay. But the thing about it is, that's the moment you do the cigarette close. You use a little bit of reciprocity. It's the moment of truth. You're not going to, hey, Dave Skolnick, hey, Dave, you're not going to call me tomorrow and tell me you changed your mind. Your Chihuahua's mad at you, right? I mean, you strike me old school. You're a man of your word, right?
No, I like the way this conversation's going. I feel real good about this.
Real good means.
Like I'm ready to move forward.
Okay, so you're set. You're not gonna have a change of heart tomorrow or anything like that, right? Because I got to
No,
do a lot of
this
work
is
here.
exactly what I've been looking for.
Thank you. So have I. Does that mean yes, Dave?
Yes.
Okay, so we're on the same wavelength. Thank you for that commitment. Boom. It's not that hard. Sometimes we get so emotionally involved, we don't make those last minute rule moves, do we? Okay, and then something I rarely talk about, and I should. After you get a commitment, you get a contract, you get paid. What's the worst? What should you do immediately with a prospect?
Bacon.
Thank them. Send them a little video. Send them a gift. Write them a note. Okay, what happens when you say thank you to somebody after they just gave you money and everything? What's the best thing you can do to sanctify the commitment? I like that word.
Put put a smile on their face. Let them feel that like you really appreciated them. A lot of people won't go out of their way to do that, to get personal like that. No, they're not gonna do that.
You're
Do,
asking,
do
you're asking,
something different that they'll remember.
Mhm.
yeah. Did anyone here, last thing, and we're out of time, anybody here ever give a gift or write a check and you got nothing back?
Yeah.
What happened? Maybe it was I got friends. Oh, my little Johnny's graduating from daycare. We're throwing a party for him. Oh, okay, let me send him $20 for his college fund. If I don't hear anything back from little Johnny or his parents for that $20 check, how do you think I feel emotionally?
Unappreciated.
That little shit. I gave him $20. I didn't hear. Isn't it the truth though? Don't we
Yeah.
want acknowledgement when we do nice things?
Yeah.
Right? So let's acknowledge our uh-oh. I'm in
He's in trouble now. We did that once to people we've known for years and years and years. Their son got married, and we went to the wedding and we gave a significant amount of money. Never got a thank you.
Yeah.
Never from
But
anybody. And then they had a baby. Guess what?
they wanted more money.
We didn't give him anything.
Yeah. All you got to do is say thank you, right?
Big deal.
Do you ever hold the door?
Thank you.
Do you ever hold the door open for somebody? You're coming out of a store or something, you hold the door and they just go right past you, you know, talking on their phone or jabbering away. And it's like, hey, I'm not the friggin' doorman.
Yeah, you are.
Absolutely. Good. What do
Where you're at. Sometimes you're in woke areas. I'm independent. I don't need you to open the door for me. I've gotten that before.
Oh my.
really? You really heard that from somebody?
Yeah. I'm in the DMV area, the DC area, and they can be like
Oh,
that in some of these
oh
parts.
my God. I would just say, you know what?
Wow.
I was just trying to show a little respect and be nice to you. There's, like, yeah, yeah. There's something obviously maybe you need to switch the decaf. You know, you got to be prepared for these things, right, Jay? Hey, you guys are great. What a good set. Did this go fast today or what?
Great session.
No, it was really good. It was really
Yeah.
good.
I
I
love
think
talking
that's
with you guys and sales and
yeah.
everything. Oh, the thing I made a note here on this before I go. Netflix has an amazing docu-drama, docu thing with Charlie Sheen on Netflix. What unbelievable talk about grabbing defeat out of the jaws of victory. This guy was he was the highest paid man on television. He got you know that, what's the name of his show? Three and a Half Men, Two and a Half Men, or something like. He was paid $2 million an episode
Wow.
for that. He did movies. He did Platoon. He did all these movies. He was worth over $150 million. And then he got involved in a lot of stuff, which you guys all know about and everything. Guess how much he's worth today? Barely $3 million. This there's a lot of takeaways from this Netflix thing on Charlie Sheen there. It's a disaster story you cannot believe. Really. Anyway, I saw it and I thought I made a note here just to share it with you guys. I'm going to North Carolina tomorrow. Different time, the Eastern time zone here. I'm leaving the Soviet Socialist state of Southern California.
Going.
Oh, you're
Keep
going.
going?
Oh, you're going. You're in first class. I'm in coach.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you were hanging off the plane.
There you go. You guys have a great week. Make some money, make some phone calls, have some fun, okay?
All right.
Take
Take
care.
care, everybody. Yeah.
Bye-bye, everyone. Little Kenny Rogers here. Who is that? Yeah. Little Top Gun music.